What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I don't have a laptop though. So
And a paper.
scan notes.
No, you're good. Somebody actually gave you a break.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Well, he did it last, and then I was voted in, but
Right.
I
Oh,
presume.
I
that
thought we vote?
you're
I
gonna-
totally screwed up, as you can see the minutes that we had, so you're gonna see.
Yeah.
But I'm under the presumption you're gonna get voted in again tomorrow,
Are we voting tonight?
just for him.
Oh,
Just wanted to work.
wait. Okay.
Ready?
So you wanna take notes since?
You guys are
before-
on. Oh,
We're on mute. Call to order.
I will volunteer to take notes tonight with just my.
I'll be interning.
All right, so you ready?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call to order the Neighborhood Improvement Committee. It is 8:40. Please call the roll.
Felicia Salazar, President Javier Ley Soto. Vice Chairperson Jesus Mendoza.
Wait, sorry, are you using the agenda? It's right on, it's right on top. Yeah, you just go through that.
Okay, Felicia Salazar, Helen Jordan. Isabela Corso, Javier Ley Soto, Vice Chairperson Jesus Mendoza. John Estrella. Juan Estrada,
Present.
Mario Pinada,
Present.
Pineda, Chairperson Rudy Gillett.
Present. All right, order of business, deferrals, additions, deletions. Which was the one,
From my notes, but you guys can go back as well.
I have some that need to be
Okay.
taken out.
hold on. Go ahead,
I believe it's C, 7C, pedestrian safety awareness,
okay, so we're
and
that one
7E
and 7.
from my notes, but you
Okay.
guys.
No, we're good.
confirm.
Yeah, that's.
Felicia, which of those are we to remove?
Yeah, I was gonna mention those, and you need like an update on the zoning code thing? Or-
Yeah, that's
No, we
fine.
can
You
take
want-
it out,
Yeah.
we can take that one.
Okay,
Just for the record,
Page also,
just for the secretary, and then so that's 7G that you're referring to, please.
7G and 7H.
okay, anything else?
How about B?
Yeah.
Well, no, that one we need to discuss.
Okay, so we're keeping A, B, D, and F.
Yes.
Okay.
And H.
No,
H off.
Okay, so motion to remove 7C, E, G, and H.
Second.
E and H. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. B, E, G, and H.
Correct.
Okay.
Second by Horn. Any additional discussions?
Yes, I'd like to add what letter would it be?
Is it new business?
Yes.
8C then.
C.
Oh, C, a new business, okay?
C would be, so call it, a green space on Northwest 87th Avenue. And
So green
space
space
on
on
Northwest
Northwest
87th Avenue. And I'll tell you the,
87th Avenue.
give me 1 second.
Happy Tower?
Northwest 87th Avenue and 140. So it's 14151 Northwest 87th Court is the property.
So 141st West Street,
Yeah, and 87th Court.
so 87th Court, not Avenue.
Yeah. But it's a right off of 87, so.
Avenue.
That's it.
So what do we put, 141st? I mean, we have to be, I think that's,
Just put green space if you.
Yeah, we'll
guys
put it 87th and 141.
and 141.
If we have utility trucks parked there or landscapers.
First Street.
Okay. Got it.
Anything else? All right, seeing none, all in favor to remove from old business 7C, E, G, and H, and add 8C. Say aye.
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 Guess no, the ayes have it. All right, Moving on to public comments. Is there anyone from the public who would like to speak? Going once, twice? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the next item. Public comments have been closed. Approval of minutes, regular meeting minutes from 3/20/2024. Does anyone have any questions?
While you guys are at it, I mean, and you guys are gonna review, but I have a couple for you to consider. The header.
Yeah.
The new business D. Seems wrong because it's like you nominated one person, but the other person accepted, so that seems wrong. And then
So
the chair's name,
NIC on the top. What was the second one?
new
D.
business D.
New business D.
If you notice, one person is being nominated
Already accepted.
and the other person accepts it. You know what I mean?
Election market, and I mentioned to elect.
Because if you're electing Javier, then Javier needs to accept the nomination. No, he.
Oh, I see.
Is that D?
Yeah.
It's under new business.
The last part of it. And
Oh, the
in the
last
middle, actually in the middle.
Got it. I was
Oh.
This is also mentioned to elect Javier Vice Mayor, second by Rudy. Those accepted. Okay, so we gotta take Jesus.
That's Susan.
I'm not sure which one.
No, no.
Accepted nomination, yeah. Like Javier, so he said.
No, it's not Javier, it's
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jesus Mendoza, it's supposed to be Javier accepted, I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
No, it's the appointed. It's just
Appointed.
also mentioned to elect instead of Javier,
It's supposed
Jesus.
to be Jesus.
Who was, who did you guys actually nominate?
Oh, no, but he denied it. I think that's what happened, right,
Yeah.
Felicia?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that should have not because it wasn't an official one, right? But in this one, it should,
Secretary, maybe the secretary. Oh, yeah.
It is,
It is.
because
And strategy today,
that one accepted.
accepted. So all in favor of Felicia, and the name, I then. Mention to elect Javier the vice person.
So what actually happened?
no, I think, no, I remember exactly. It was a joke. No, I remember exactly what happened. It was more, when you say, oh, like elect, Javier, it's a joke. He's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. It was more, it was more like a joking kind of thing on the side. But it was never like, I don't recall being an official, like
Motion?
correct.
So.
No, Jesus is a vice, no, it's a Jesus,
Jesus is the
Right.
vice chair.
correct.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one of the.
Your remaining chair, and then
Yes.
And so you're remaining the vice chair.
Jesus is vice chair and Juan.
And one is
Secretary, okay.
for that day.
For that day, are you
Are you-
denouncing the secretary?
We're not opening your.
You can
next-
have it if you
business.
want it.
No, well,
Totally.
Is that open? Is that on the agenda, actually?
Yeah, I would ask you guys to stay to the minutes just for the sake of.
right.
Okay, so that can go back to.
Yeah, it can go back if you don't want that. I mean, he did say that he would take on the responsibility. I just don't know if it was a long term or if it was a short term. It was short term? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was just what I did. So we're good.
Absent.
Isabella, misspelled, so. Yeah, and I think all the ones on D are misspelled. So we've got to go back and fix those.
Okay. All right, so is there a motion to approve with the mentioned corrections?
I abstain.
Yeah.
Yeah, abstain.
Of course.
Just to be clear, you guys need to send me the amended ones then. The amended minutes.
That's fine.
Do you guys have, I just want to make sure because Mario's looking at you.
So
No,
they
go ahead,
need
go
to be
ahead.
sent over to be.
No, yeah, just if you want Mario, you have you have the minutes in Word.
Well, you can say.
You want to forward it to her and then she'll just make the correction.
You want me to
She doesn't have to retype the whole thing.
I'll send it
Second.
out.
was nominated, he
So
can
you
come
motion
in,
to
so
approve?
we-
Motion by Mario. Who seconds?
Where am I second?
Second Felicia.
The minutes with the
Yeah.
amendments.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Oh,
Aye, no, you're,
yeah, I abstained, I got it.
okay, so you got, both of you abstain?
Yes.
We have the ayes against? No? Okay, the ayes have it. Minutes have been approved, adopted with, mentioned corrections. Town updates?
No, I don't know. If I do, it's related to the.
Yes, okay. Okay, we're gonna move on to first item of new business, old business. Ways to beautify on the Palmetto Expressway, Northwest 154. Mr. Estrada and Pineda.
Unfortunately, I was not at the council meeting, so I don't know if it was presented. I know it's in their agenda because I have it here. It was presented along with our budget. So I don't think a resolution was passed.
A resolution did not come from that. However, I guess I wanted to mention this because serves as an update. So we talked about that, the lights being done in conjunction with the columns being wrapped. As I mentioned, they are gonna be doing some work to the columns, so we agreed to wait on the artwork for that. But again, it has to be part of the community aesthetics feature, so it needs to be both together.
Yeah,
So
of course.
therefore, we should probably just wait until that because we don't know what we're doing until that's completed. So we're kind of back. to
Until
that.
they
That's
get,
what we agreed on. That we-
yeah, until they finish whatever the updates they're gonna do.
The
The
lane.
lane.
Oh, the lane extension.
So when we're clear on how it looks like,
Correct.
then we can continue with the
Oh,
art.
no, you're talking about the barriers that they're gonna.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we have they haven't given any updates on the barriers.
no,
So aesthetically, we need to wait on.
yeah, and that, as you guys can imagine, is probably gonna take a while.
Now, meanwhile, do we, as a committee, do we start looking at, someone to do the lights or estimates on the
So
light?
we have an estimate from, I forgot who, but I'll
Same
share it with you
vendor,
guys. I
Kyle.
think I shared it with you guys last
Yeah.
time. And then there is another vendor that reached out that they might be interested giving a quote. The only thing is that unfortunately, because this may take a while, who's to say that price won't go up, right? Yeah, there's no guarantee.
What's the price?
38,000.
$38,304.92.
No, but remember that we talked about all the extra costs that were not,
Yeah.
Engineering and.
No, the cost of maintenance and all that,
repairs and-
repairs.
And then obviously, if you're gonna close down to do the artwork, you should probably close down at the same time to do the light.
Right.
And then just as a reminder, council had given direction to staff anyways about the artwork in the underpass. So we're kind of working together on that. And for staff right now, that is a budget request. So that's the first step. It's a budget request for next fiscal year's budget. So when they start talking about budgets for next fiscal year, which is soon, that's when staff is gonna make that request to have the funding for the columns.
What's our funding here?
We end
We have.
end of September. So we start a new one October first,
Good question. How did Hialeah do? Did they get
the developer.
the developer?
Yeah, they didn't do it through the city. Yeah.
The developer.
Yeah, but that's it right away, they need to have permission from.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went through all the permitting.
But
The money was there.
You know what? We had discussed it and we go to
The grant.
the gram stuff.
Now probably not a good time.
No. But that was a discussion you guys had last meeting.
Yeah, so it's a complex machine, but yes, I think we've gone as far as we can go at the moment.
So what
I
do
think
we
you're
wanna,
still trying to do it as a community aesthetic feature, which is what FDOT kind of recommended.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion,
I want to hear
I know we wanna do all these things,
it.
but can we just kind of like create I've done my projects. You establish like what is, what is it that you wanna do and you create like a timeline?
We can't, because we don't know their
Not a
timeline.
timeline, but I would say, so the steps that we need to take, I would.
already have them.
first. But you have the program or what you wanna do?
Well, we have a slideshow that FDOT gave us and shared in our Zoom meeting. The next step in the current process is getting a resolution from the council, which sounds like it's not gonna happen until they get their act
We need to
together.
have all that in writing, so we have a guideline of what the steps are.
It is in
Because,
writing?
Right now, I don't see a copy, so I sort of like,
I'll share the email that I think I broke it down to you and stuff, so I'll share that email with the rest of them.
Absolutely.
And that's an email with just a slideshow.
Well, there's one email with the slideshow, and then there's one
I
email with the
can-
slideshow and
I can
the
put it
actual
together.
application packets.
I can put it into one email and share with all of them. Like, that's what I mean.
It's
Okay.
you normally do like a project schedule, like.
Yeah, that'd be great,
This is the first part, take one and take two.
Alicia, would you like to do that schedule?
I
The only
I don't
problem,
need the program, it's a special program.
that's what I'm saying, but who's gonna do that thing? We don't have it. You don't
I
have it.
can find some.
Yeah, there's a few loose ends that need to get,
Because I mean, that's what keeps the project organized, because like, we don't even know, who's doing the columns, we probably need to subcontract that and get samples of the paint. how-
like they wouldn't even get done until they build
That's what I'm
whatever
saying.
they're
like,
building.
We need to get,
I agree with you, Felicia, but I think this is more on staff,
yeah.
right? That's not, I think that's a little bit outside of our scope of work. Right. I think, right, but again, I think, and you have a great point, but that's something for staff to do, because our job, and correct me if I'm wrong, is to get this project, to push it, to get it approved, to get, the resolution passed. Beyond that point, it's up to them, how they put the project together, what the timeline, how it develops, we really can. All we can do is knock on the door every 2 months and say, hey, how's it doing?
Every month.
That's it, or, yeah, and it's government, so yes, in the private sector, that's typically how it would happen, I'm sure, in the public sector too, but I think that's a little bit outside of our boundaries.
As far as we're concerned, our pieces are there, we're up
Right.
to date. But yeah, I just don't.
So
know
what do we want to do with this item with regards to the agenda? Do we
have
want to
to
bring
wait
it back every month
Yes,
and see where we
I
at?
think that's the best
Okay.
way to go about it.
All right, so I'll leave it in there.
You can call it an update.
Yeah, I'll put it in old business, we just put this in, just provide an update.
Update, monthly basis.
Going great.
Then we can put pressure on the staff.
No, I agree,
What's going on? Okay, we're done this, and then we'll know.
Awesome.
And that makes sure that will only get us so far also.
All right, anything else with that item?
No, no,
Alright.
no.
Okay, moving on to 7B, Hayden Perry Hero Life Ring Initiative. So we had a report to council. It went great. I received some really good feedback, and I believe, correct, Mario, you were there, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, we had full support of the entire council. So to you out, what is our next step? Do we need to send a support letter? Or this was already done as part of, reporting to council? There's nothing else that needs to be done on our part.
There's like,
So the next step from that meeting was, council tasking the NIC committee to identify the locations where they do want them.
Beautiful.
So do we discuss that tonight?
Yes. All right, so my initial thought on this was the public beaches. That was
Can you give us
my.
a little bit of background?
oh, they weren't here,
Like
yeah.
very brief.
So,
Mario.
so Hayden Perry was a young man that, very, good kid. Apparently there was an accident around his neighborhood and he jumped into the body of water to save a life of somebody else. And when he jumped in, it was shallow, it was dark, and he broke his neck. So, yeah, he had a rock in it. So the mom made an initiative to try to,
Did he survive?
No.
to put a life preserver, it's the riser on every, piece of water where there could be an accident. So you could throw that into the water and try to save that person instead of you jumping it. There's a, number for you to call, 911, the whole yards.
It's the local person?
Yes.
Coral Springs, I believe,
Coral Springs
or Parkland,
Parkland.
Okay.
that's what's local.
So the mom did an initiative to try to save, as many people as she can. And she tried to do something for her son and, try to create something. So this is what she did.
Okay.
So she's going through a lot of the municipalities that have bodies of water that could have accidents, a car going to the water or someone fall in. They will have this available for you to throw in, and it has a string tied to it, and you're able to save the person's life.
Is this something that the towns, the municipalities are funding, or does she have a nonprofit?
She actually, she has a nonprofit, she provides them the first 10 for free. Yeah. If you, after the first 10, if there's a price of, I think it was, in total, $110,
Every
with
other
the
one.
post and everything to put it. But the first 10 are absolutely free for us, so I think it's a very good initiative that we could do. Like he was saying, there's a lot of body of water that we could do that, the beaches, you know, I don't think we need one at Optimus Park because the gate is closed.
Yeah,
Where are the
so,
public beaches?
so that was my
But
first,
by the, do you wanna put one right across the street from Optimus Park that it has that, is it's still the part of that canal?
I think you should put it close where the.
By Casa Habana?
Well, you're right across the street from Casavana,
Right.
there's those houses, but people go there to, you know, I mean, you sit there and,
Never been back there.
yeah.
The houses are really nice.
Yeah, very nice.
That I've seen.
Obviously, one by the bridge by Main Street, a little, we call it a little
You
picture
think
bridge.
so? Cause that's pretty shallow.
But
Well,
the thing is that, it's
I
not
guess
just
it's
people
not.
jump
But it's
down
not, that's the
right?
thing, you don't want people diving in, and then that's what happened to this.
Right.
The key is to have them where there's a potential accident.
Go
I'm
back.
sorry, was this for drowning or for like preventing people from diving in?
It's,
think it's both.
it says throw, don't
So
go.
they-
Yeah, throw, don't go, yeah.
Yeah, so she wants people to throw life rafts instead
Don't
of
jump
having
in.
you sacrificing your
Yeah.
body.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, it was. She
It was very
conference or was on speakerphone for like 30 minutes.
Can you imagine, you teach your kid to do the right thing all the time, to, you know, not be a hero, but, you know,
Yeah.
you see someone in trouble, you know, go above and beyond. Poor
Is
kid.
there any maintenance associated with it, or it's just they put the pole up, you have that and.
That should be
Like,
treated
not
good.
really
That should be
for-
forever unless
That's
people
it.
vandalize
like,
it.
yeah, if people vandalize or like eventually wear and tear, just like.
Yeah, the
our-
road probably will wear
Yeah.
and tear with the sun and things like that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's about $130, give or take, that's what I got here, you know, the word to get additional ones. So my thought process was, first, the public beaches.
Give me a location, I'm not really. I'm not
I-
in
I will-
public beach.
That would
Public
be here on
beaches,
the-
you know where Miami
Lake-
Lakes,
Lake Hill, no, not Lake Hill.
Make,
Yeah, Lake Hill, that,
Miami Skate
Lake
Parade.
Patricia.
Oh, right next to it.
Right next
So
to
that's a
the
public beach?
That's a public beach.
That's the location I was thinking of for number one.
So right here, this right here will be the public beach for Lake Patricia. Okay, then for Lake Hilda, it's right here. Which is just Miami Lakes,
So
Miami
people
Lakes.
could just walk in and walk.
Yeah, it's a little beach.
It's a little beach area.
And,
Yeah, no.
You could lay out and everything.
I was thinking about.
I don't think you can
I
bring a
think
cooler.
that-
that's
and
it.
then Lake Susie also has the beach right here.
Do people go the
You
lake,
didn't know that?
the lake by public?
We should have one.
That's what I was gonna tell you, that's another one right in the corner,
Yeah.
okay, and then,
Well, you know
that
what?
one is.
That lake by Post Already had remember they had a drowning.
And by the entrance, that,
They had a
Suicide.
killing.
Killing,
Lake
that's
Catherine.
what it was,
They
right?
had a murder suicide.
That's Lake
That
Catherine.
was like.
We were there that night.
Were we?
You were at my apartment, remember? In the document.
Yes.
Yes, there too,
How sad.
yes, where they put the stop signs. Yes, that
Yes.
one there too. Also, at the entrance of Miami Lake and Ludlam, once you go under the Granny to the right-hand side where that bank is. Yep, right
Right,
before
what
the
about,
gas
what
station.
about on 154th?
Lake Patricia, Lake Hilda, did you see Lake Sarah? Or was it,
No.
no,
Oh, God.
sorry,
Right across from Cypress Village.
Lake, no, wait, Lake, Susie, see the
okay,
beach right here?
yeah.
So if you want, I'll write it down and I'll, so,
And you
You
said
can
they
get an
have
aerial
to.
and then just mark it up.
What about this one right here? Where's
well, for
100?
sure now we gotta pick the 10, so we just said the name, so that way, and then we'll go from there, we're missing. So Lake Patricia is one,
Yeah.
Lake Hilda.
Yep.
Lake Susie,
Mm-hmm.
Here.
okay, Lake Catherine,
Catherine.
Yeah.
okay.
This main street right here, there's a little
Right,
bank right
no,
here.
actually, Lake Catherine, you can do two.
Okay,
There's one on 67th and the other one is on
Right there,
154th.
yeah.
Then you could do one, where's, like, you could do one on the Pocket Park at the entrance of Miami Lakes to the right-hand side, right next to the sign, welcome to Miami Lakes.
What about here on these two? You see, this is like, I don't know if that's a public beach here.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, the other one is, where's 67?
I will put them
Here.
where there's like.
Where's Casa Blanca?
Cars.
we
That's a
have
lot of
things.
it
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's one.
Six.
This is this.
Then the other one will be
That area.
next to, actually, on the south and north side of the canal that goes next to the Optimus Park. Because you have people that, when they park in Casabana, that's a very accessible area
Yeah.
right there. And then the ones on this side also, when you go over the bridge, that area right there, in case God forbid a car
Correct.
goes over. How many we have?
7.
So 3 more.
Right.
Felicia, the other one is great, well, where's that?
Do you wanna put one there in Satori?
Hold on, where's
I
that there?
don't know that you can go in.
Oh, wait. I know there was a west side.
There was a west side. You have the whole other area.
Oh, I'm just
You
here.
have other lakes here on the west side.
So where's
I know
Granddaddy?
people, but
Okay.
the.
So Granddaddy,
Uh-huh.
for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the park? Okay, so right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so here's like a thought, by the dog park, people sometimes will take their dogs to the side by the canal.
Where's
Correct.
that at?
Towards the bottom.
No,
bottom,
left,
bottom,
right around there.
left.
Yeah.
Bottom,
Right
bottom, left, around
Oh,
there.
this is Barber Gomez, so it's not that far.
No,
And it's not cross
wait,
this.
no,
my-
no, yeah, you're wrong.
Okay, oh, yeah.
And, yeah, the dog park is right here.
There we go, K9, K9.
Can I go?
Yep.
Can I go?
So we can put, definitely we can put one, I would say towards this end, because, yeah, if somebody,
Towards the 82nd.
so K, next to, yeah, near K9 Cove.
Oh, girl, you're writing.
So that's 8, right?
Yeah, Canaan Cove with a C.
COV. That's 8,
All
right?
right,
Or no, that's 10.
no.
9.
1, 2,
I'm trying to think of these. I mean, these are all
3,
private
4,
areas.
5,
This, I think
6.
people kind of come here.
Yeah, we're putting one.
That's 9,
we're
we've
putting
got one
9.
more.
One more?
This is development.
Right.
But remember, now on that side is gonna be the west side. And that's out on the lake too now. You might consider.
You might wanna put one, there's a little canal with a path. I think,
No.
All the way from 75 to 82nd.
West
Yeah, but we're
Point,
gonna have to- yeah, that's-
where West Point's gonna be.
Which West Point?
West Point's the new development, and I think that's on the lake too.
Here?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
but I think,
that else
I
West
think,
Point.
we don't know what's on the development side. I don't know if we can really put it
Go
in there
inside.
right now, yeah.
How about near, where's Shoeless?
Miami Lakes Drive.
Right there, right around there, yeah.
Palmetto?
Oh, you know what? There's that little park. There's that little park around the edge that when you go to about 67th, it's on the golf course, that they have,
67?
yes,
Bridge.
no,
67's here.
no. Dude.
So 67's
So when
here.
you go to the Palmetto, it's on the other, so. It should be, no, so when you come, where's, you come across here. So it'd be here, there's a park here, right? There's a little kid park here, so this.
That's in
there's-
Catalog, that's in
Yeah,
Catalog,
that's not
Catalog.
public.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's a-
so you can
There's a
put-
little kid park right there.
Yes, there is a park there.
But is it a gated community?
Well,
I
no,
don't
no,
know, I don't know, but it's a gated park, you might want a kid with the
that's
kids.
Loch Ness. You can put Loch Ness.
The
On the Loch
other
Ness
one,
Park.
the other one, that,
Yeah, there is-
where's the bridge on, 170?
Top left.
Well, we got 10 already.
There's 170.
Top left, higher.
170 is up here.
There's a basketball,
Yeah, top left.
there's a
That's
basketball,
there.
yeah, right here, you see the basketball right there?
Yes,
So maybe you wanna put one there.
that's 11.
Yeah, that's a canal right there.
What's the basketball on here?
That's in.
It's a top lot.
Yeah, this, I
Our
don't know,
project
this,
park.
I don't know if this community has a name, but this is the one that,
Via Estates.
what is it called?
Via Estates.
Okay,
Okay, great, thank you.
alright, that's 11.
That's 11.
See what the basketball court is.
So we're looking at maybe
Yeah. There's no one there.
How-
That's what you do.
It is
Well,
very
it's
interesting.
11, like after the
We
10.
go in my 9.5 mile an hour golf cart.
Hi.
Okay,
Making a difference.
you sure are, we sure are. Alright, so our motion to, to have those sent to the council as our first 11 options.
Is this something that we're presenting to council or?
We already did, we approved it, yeah, we presented at the report, yeah. That's what that's what she said, they came back to us, approved,
They want
to
to-
give them
Came,
the.
she came in and presented it.
Yeah, she was there.
You were there?
She was there.
No, you.
It was very moving. Let me tell you,
I
it's
really
I
sad.
would go when we present.
It's very sad to hear the lady speak, man. It's,
So
Second,
motion by Rudy, I
Second.
think Isabella already seconded,
I third.
We got it. Like,
second by Isabella. Okay, any additional comments? Suggestions? No? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? No, the ayes have it. So, I would say on the minutes, that would probably what you need, so when you get the draft
Yeah,
minutes,
copy and
yeah.
paste it.
yeah, send it to the,
Yes, we got 10 and one alternate.
well, we'll do 11. Yeah, we'll do 11, we just pay for the,
It's
for the
under
third.
But she said some municipalities even got like 90, they just bought a whole bunch of them and just,
Right.
I look at it, it's like a fire extinguisher.
yeah, it's very convenient.
It's- you don't wanna never use it,
Mhm.
but the day you, yeah, exactly, the day you wanna use it, you know,
All right, moving on to the next one, 7D.
update on this one was that, I spoke regarding, getting the town to have something on the website, regarding the lakes, working with probably, I don't know if it's Public Works or Parks.
I would say
Regarding-
Public Works probably.
No, because the other day we had a meeting with the constituent and I started Public Works is gonna be one of the people that came with Parks regarding, the lake. So.
Sure.
So it's getting consensus on who's gonna be handling this. And the issue also of, yeah, that's basically putting something on the website, keeping people informed on how to protect our lakes regarding, the,
doesn't this also go back to code enforcement? Like, because I see a lot of these gardeners and people doing the yards, it's,
we talked about, they're adjusting the, what was it? I apologize, is,
I remember you said that,
the
the
issue of,
blowers, I think it was.
The fertilizer.
Yeah, the fertilizer, then we talked about blowers anyway,
That was a while back.
yeah.
That was 1 second.
Because again, that's going into the drainage and that's also going into the lakes.
I found it. It's, the Florida friendly, fertilizer used in urban landscapes. This is something that was spoken about.
Correct. The wording, we have to see,
We
for you
wanted, we
to,
wanted,
with Lorenzo to see how you change the wording on it.
yes.
Have you ever meet with him?
I met with him, but it was something that dealt with the lake, maintenance, because, because of the HOAs, the maintenance people are not taking care of it. So he mentioned something about the HOAs, which is this other part that we spoke about, the covenants and all that. So he basically said that the lakes, is either some of those townhouses don't have active HOAs. So it's getting those people, because they're cleaning them themselves, the people are cleaning them because,
The lakes,
yeah,
like
the
individual.
because what happens is the fountains are basically pushing the debris into the corner, so the corners where their townhouse was full of debris. And the animals and all that stuff, so they were trying to see if the town could help. And they basically said, well, you need to talk to your maintenance, company and see if they clean it, if not, either you, they had the option of talking to the maintenance. Have them do the work, because if they're not, they're active, but they're not doing their work, they're paying for all that maintenance. And also the issue of, which to me is like a double-edged sword, because if you become a special taxing district, then the town has to take care of it. And one of the mentions that Jeremy said, and he was from Parks, is that the only way that they can clean that part of the lake is if there's a park next to it. So it gets complicated.
Because if there's no park, there's no access. I used to live in some of those townhouses.
So it's either getting that ordinance going and making sure that, but it is, like I said, he mentioned, we have a fountain here and a fountain there, and when they turn it on to keep the water moving, it's pushing all that debris into the little edges of the lake. Yeah. So it's, I'm gonna probably contact, the lady, because she sent me the proper presentation, it's a constituent, so it's something that we're doing through our office. but she was getting in touch with Jeremy, and Jeremy was telling them which townhouses are active, which one is you get, so I can continue following up on it.
Alright.
And then I can understand the status of it.
And do you think that we could change the wording on the ordinance about the blowers and the
I
machinery?
think we could, I mean, I didn't bring it up at that moment, because again, it was not the right moment to speak to him about it, because he was dealing with that lady that had the issue with the bush on the side of her lake. And I said, I'm not gonna bring it up because this is NIC, so it's something separate, and he had to leave, so, but I will follow up with him to see, you know. But that's, and I learned because that's a rule, so it's tricky because some of those townhouses, each one is an HOA. Instead of having one HOA for
They're all
the
different HOAs.
they're different. Yeah,
But it's like that by Rudy's, each lake is like a different HOA, no?
No, we don't have,
no,
But
Lake
each lake is a
Patricia-
different taxing district, no?
is it, yes.
So yeah, not, it's
Yeah, Lake
different.
Patricia hasn't been active in years, because I remember a long time ago. And they,
Problem is, no one wants to pay for the lake maintenance, you
Mhm.
know?
but it's critical, I mean, it's something that, you know.
They wanna live in front of the lake, but
it's
they don't wanna,
right.
they don't wanna take care of it.
But then if they become a, special taxing district, then they're gonna have to pay the taxes, you know. So you have to pay anyway.
But then when they pay it to the town, they want to see some action, they wanna see it clean, they wanna see you maintenance it, and it's tough to maintain, you're understaffed. You know, like she said, to get some of these lakes, there is no entrance, and some of them, even if you get to them, you're not gonna do anything by cleaning, because you gotta go to somebody else's house to get through the, you know? And I'm sure we don't have the budget to put a little boat in there and clean it.
Because where I live, we don't have an HOA. It's kind of like, we bought it and we live in the, which was great, because we don't have to pay HOA, but we're right next to Lake Martha, and I see the little boat there all the time.
Cleaning?
Well, it either comes to test or whatever, but I see from time to time, I see a boat that our street turns, and there is an open space that you have access to.
You guys have a maintenance crew that take care of that,
That's right.
and they come and clean the
Yeah,
lake?
a little boat, drop it on the beach. They go around, cleaning it up, they drop the
Chemicals?
dye. And yeah, so
Is it just that?
no, they do dyes, a little cleaning, they take out the coconuts from the side. And then once a year, we stop the leak.
Which way?
Yes.
Perhaps maybe we could get that information out to some of these HOA to see how they maintain, you know, look, here's a
They
solution.
did, they call these companies. But unfortunately, if there is no access,
No,
They're-
but
they're very
they have the
limited.
Maintenance company and the maintenance company.
well, that's different.
That's it.
I go back to the HOA.
It's like, send them a letter saying, hey, you need to do your job. 'Cause
But
they're
you
paying
mean
them.
send them a letter from the town to the association? That will be the only thing here, because the association is responsible to enforce those services. If they're not doing it, then that means now the town will have to get involved and put the association on notice, not the company. They don't have a legal right,
No,
well,
the
I'm gonna say that.
residents, or the HOA, whatever, there are 2 or 3 people in it, unfortunately, some HOAs, you know. That's why they become inactive, because people don't participate, is to put pressure on, I mean, if they have a maintenance company, they need to be. doing
That's the
it.
job of the HOA,
Yeah,
not the town,
no, exactly.
right? The town, the only thing that the town, what I presume will be able to do is
That's
if-
the last resort.
is we'll be going after the HOA. And saying, hey, your lakes and whatever, your waterways are looking very poorly, you need to keep them
It's a
clean.
health issue.
Right.
I mean, dead animals and debris and.
Yeah, but no,
Is that
I-
happening? Like there's.
Yeah, she showed us a picture, but they're taking it on themselves to do it because nobody else is doing it.
What do you propose from that standpoint?
Well, what we discussed last time was to propose what was it called?
Fertilizer ban?
Not a fertilizer, it add, we could, you know.
Drive the van?
Code.
Oh, no, we asked to change the code.
Change the code
We already have a
to
county ban.
So add certain things to the code. Yeah.
the gardeners or landscape people, to throw, because they come in and
Yeah,
they're
blow it
lazy. They
into
don't wanna rake the leaves anymore. They just blow them.
But do the gardeners and these landscaping companies have to do with the dead animals?
No, but what's happened? I don't know where
They're contributing to the dirty
It's
lake.
bacteria to the next.
It's adding
So
on to
it's
it.
just, making sure, that whatever we have in the code, is to add items that would protect, the.
So to Helen's point, what kind of support does the NIC need to do in this case? Because it sounds more like, again, goes back to the town of enforcing. What do you need us to do? What kind of?
We have to- I mean, I can do. It's just reading whatever's in the code and whatever is missing, we can say, hey, look, this is missing.
And to add in.
Recommend to add it.
And then it comes the enforcement part after that.
Exactly.
Pushing them to enforce, pushing them to enforce.
Well, in this case, the first step is Felicia reviewing them and then making recommendations to the council on adding
When
these.
You can apply the fertilizer. There's a certain other municipalities, what they do is they don't allow phosphorus. to be
That's,
used.
so I think that's, it's a countywide thing, so I think it's already been adopted, so it's a matter of like enforcing it here. if it's
Yeah,
not
but the
enforced.
thing is that there's two issues here. The county can have an ordinance, but we can have our own, and if it's more stringent, that's the one that supersedes.
I believe for fertilizer, and I could be wrong, the Florida state isn't allowing municipalities to do that. Specifically for fertilizer ordinance. Yeah, we went over this already.
Yeah.
I believe there's like there's a halt on that. But that being said, if there isn't, I'm good with voting on us making it stricter. I would support that. So as long as it's like.
We'll have to find out before you
Yeah.
do any kind of legwork.
Mhm.
Let's find out what public works will probably be the ones, right? To let us know if in fact
Yeah,
this is in place.
I think we can vote on it and then pending
but there's-
if it's.
There needs to
be recommendations.
Yeah, well, at this point, I don't think there's any vote because we already voted on her doing that kind of legwork. I think it'll be more on checking to see if in fact that, and if it is, then the proposed will come to us in the next meeting.
This is already in our code, because here it says you cannot apply within 20 feet of the top bank
Yeah.
of the pond and blah, 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 the nitrogen or phosphorus are.
It says
Only get applied,
phosphorus fertilizer is prohibited during the summer rainy seasons, May
May 15th to
October
October.
31st.
So what we'll do, Felicia, then, is you'll review that, come back next meeting, give us recommendations.
Regulations apply throughout Miami-Dade County, including within municipalities.
Because we did at one time, and I remember it was doing.
So check the laws within the municipalities for additional restrictions.
Yeah.
So we can't put additional restrictions.
add on.
You can add on to it.
If something else came up in Florida.
there was
I feel like
something that
there was-
happened
There was a
with that, yeah.
moratorium, I know that much, but.
We checked it,
The
like.
county's fertilizer rate do not apply to on-field farm relations, livestock, raised pastures used on food gardens, golf courses, and certain athletic fields.
Okay? So I'll put it for the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you, Felicia.
Thanks, Felicia.
Next item is 6F. Beautification of the remaining electrical boxes. Mr. Pineda? I think,
So I took delivery, I took some pictures, but I'll said that they already choose the ones that we're gonna do, so please.
Let me,
oh, wow.
Yes,
let
yes,
me
yes.
fill you guys in.
I mean,
For those of you that weren't here last meeting, just so you guys know, same as with the columns, council had already given staff some direction that they did want to wrap the boxes, so they were on the same page about that. However, council has already decided what theme they want to wrap the boxes.
Oh, they already choose the theme
the theme
Yeah.
and the
and
location.
the locations?
So the themes are, the themes are tribute to the armed forces, tribute to Miami-Dade Police Force, tribute to firefighters at Station 64, tribute to firefighters at Station 1. Given that, it only makes sense that the locations are the ones that
Of course.
coincide with that. So
Agreed.
that's why it wouldn't make sense to just pick random boxes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How many are there?
It's 4.
Four, so the only one is four.
Is,
Which are the 4 locations?
Sorry, I was supposed to-
64 and one.
Yeah.
Which were
I'm
the
sorry.
four?
I can email this to you guys,
So
but it's
police
armed
force,
forces.
No, which are the four locations?
They are gonna be whatever is closest to this, like that.
Those stations.
Yeah, the one.
So if they
the one
want
that-
station 64, we're gonna go here.
64, 67.
No, no, I.
Mario, it's too late.
Okay, Mario.
Right, so look.
Keep it for the next, keep it for the next vote, keep it for the next
This
batch.
one here is off the palmetto, that's close to the, police, to the,
Fire station.
fire station, right? Okay, and then, let's see, what else? This one here is Banco Popular, which is right across the
If you
street.
want-
Listen, I want your presentation, go.
Got two more.
So-
Two more.
Sorry, if I may, just so you guys know, if you want, send it to me, because if they are the closest ones, then obviously. it
That's
makes
probably
sense
the
that-
ones that they're gonna pick, of course.
Yeah, but, because you mentioned artists,
Do you have
Just so
any
you-
artists, or are we gonna put out enough to 44
oh, yeah, I have an update on that. So we went back to Barbara Barron, because she's the one that had done the other ones. And she told us, thank you for thinking of me, but no, because she doesn't feel comfortable. She's never been happy with her past attempts at patriotic imagery. She doesn't feel like she could do, I guess, a good job, so she'd rather not.
Very true.
So staff already pinpointed artists. And we will share the renderings with you guys once it's done. And just so you know, the funding for this. They are trying to identify carry forward budget on that. So to keep you guys informed, Wednesday, the 24th.
I don't want sponsorships.
Like we did last
Well,
time.
I guess we have to see if they're gonna fund it or not, right?
What is
So-
carried forward?
So next week on the 24th is carry forward request. So this is where whatever money was left over,
Mhm.
we go back and ask them to fund XYZ projects. So that's gonna be in there. And then that will be heard at the May 14th council agenda. So those are public meetings. If you guys wanna, keep up to date with that. Regardless, I will bring you updates to the next meeting.
Do we have a budget for the last ones we did to know more or less what forward costs us?
I can pull up whatever, I think you guys had talked about it
We
last
did at some
meeting,
point.
that it was free on, like, the artist didn't charge you,
Let's see.
but there was still a cost to the producer of that.
Yes,
So
Felicia?
I can find.
Yes.
So I'll send you the four that are closest to the police station
Yeah,
or
send it
fire
to me and
station.
I'll pass it.
What is it,
to-
police, fire, or
Let
veteran?
me I'll send you guys the list
Yeah.
anyways.
My question is, if you don't have the artist, recommendation yet, if you drive through Broward, there's a lot of, boxes that have really nice artwork. One, yeah, with patriotic theme. I think that's the kind of person that we need because they're familiar with the theme. And, but we need to find out who the artist is. We can-
So I'll send you guys the name along with the four themes. So that you guys.
Great.
Send-
At this point, then, we don't need to do any
The thing
research.
is that you guys brought it up, but council had already,
Got it.
I guess they were on the same page. with you guys.
Hey, listen, as long as this gets done,
Yeah.
that's the
That's
point.
what.
Listen, they heard the word.
There's plenty of other ones that we could wrap later.
We-
But, yeah, I was gonna tell you, there's plenty,
There's plenty.
there's
of-
plenty, so keep those
I
pictures.
went through the town, there's so many we could wrap.
All right, so, this item pretty much dies right here, correct?
So you're gonna
Um,
provide.
Well, I have, I'm
Location,
gonna provide,
artist,
The artist rendering is.
Yes.
Yeah.
so what I owe you.
So
guys
we'll
is
bring
the
it back to the
artist
next time.
Right.
Name, but I'll email it to you guys, so you guys have what I just
And
read out.
locations.
Are we gonna be, given the duty of picking the rendering that we want, or is that gonna be too?
My understanding is that was given to staff in terms of like council made the recommendations of. staff.
So I'm not bringing that back to you.
Yeah, I would say.
We're good. We're good.
So we just get, can we just get updates on it when we,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
thank you.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Moving on.
Wait, one thing. Can we consider, okay, same theme, right? The antenna,
You can wrap it like a palm tree or
we
something.
could proper like a little flag.
I will find out, because I don't know if that counts as like the same type of, I don't know.
What antenna?
Like a-
The-
One eye west side, one eye south.
What?
The 5 feet.
No choice?
It actually is in the picture.
I don't know how
I was
that
in the
works.
Miami Lake, I recorded, man.
You can paint it in patriotic, you can do a flag if you want. Red, white, and blue.
Where's that at?
87,
87
154.
154.
Is that new?
What we don't want
2
is
months?
for it to be.
I don't think we can drop that up.
I think
So
we
the
can.
artwork has to be.
What is that?
properly
It's a
selected.
5G antenna.
That's what
It
that
has to
is?
be.
Don't complain about your internet.
Whoa, I've never seen one. I don't think
Yeah,
I've
that's
driven
on the
past
corner
this.
of 87th.
I see it every
They're-
day.
they're
I'm like, what is
They're
that?
all over, they're all over now, the city. You
That's
see,
what
They're
it
all
is.
over, they have it in Broward, they have them everywhere.
some people do camouflage them, and they do like, make them like a palm tree look like.
Wait, do we know who owns that antenna?
Verizon?
Verizon, I think. it is.
No, I think that's what just.
Well, that's what I was thinking, we can ask her.
Apparently,
That's
with,
awesome.
I found out that the town doesn't have any jurisdiction on,
Well, we
No.
happen to know someone that might work in the.
comes out to the communications.
It does
first.
sound good.
Well, I
We
think
want it to be.
All right,
We want it to
Just
be
consider
free,
that
that's
one on
all.
there.
I'm gonna ask, I don't know.
Yeah,
anything
because that has
about
been an eyesore with the whole town.
Can you send, like, send I'll the picture?
I'll
And
go-
I
I know
know
where
where
that is.
send me a picture.
I
and I
know.
will post it.
take a picture of that.
Take a picture of that.
That's a great idea.
It's literally on my way, it's like when you go to my house.
All right, moving on to the next item, new business. 8A. Wish to connect with the community.
Talk to
Um,
us,
You know what?
talk to us.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, we have talked about this in the past on, how can we connect more with the community? What kind of events we can have? Definitely the HOA, it's one of them, and it's the only one really that we have. Pretty much because we target them. I think if you guys know the history of the NIC, that was one of the reasons why the NIC was put together, to be able to have that communication with the HOAs and see how, the path to staff. So I'm open for suggestions on what else could be done, not only to target HOAs, but target the community. My only concern is that, are we, no, it's not even budget. It's, do we want to become, the complaining committee?
Right.
Where people are telling us what's wrong, and telling us how we can improve it.
Mhm.
So that's my, how do we differentiate that? So I'm all ears.
So something that just came to mind, is I think people really like that history element, like when we did like the
Tour.
history tour. I don't know if that's something that we can consider maybe in a different format, but I think people enjoy knowing history, and it brings together like a diverse group of people.
I got an idea. Why don't we do like a historical scavenger hunt kind of thing to bring the town together, where we put, you gotta put a clue to find a location, you go to a location, we get the town involved, they give you the next clue or something.
Maybe it can be in like the newspaper, like the Laker,
Yeah,
like
because we
doing
have the
some.
archaeological site, we have a lot of historical places that people don't know about. There's a lot of newcomers in the events that they don't know the history.
But even like, I mean, listen, Coral Gables, Miami Beach, like all of these cities, like those are things that happen not necessarily with the municipalities, but independent, right? Like independent history walking tours, like maybe we can do our own.
We did do a walking, we did do that historical one that JC did.
Yeah, well, that was,
Did a buses,
Yeah.
correct.
That, and I mean, but that was a whole production. I'm saying
It
something a
was.
little bit more.
Well, I'm thinking
Yeah,
along those lines, we can start here at the chambers with a big screen and kind of have a little video of the history, right?
We can do this one right here.
And go through that.
I did a presentation for that tour, and I've been asking, I don't know where I put mine, I know I send it through Dropbox to everybody, and JC doesn't have the copy, I don't know if Bryce has a copy, but he has. From the beginning, from the Tequesta up to when we incorporated.
And that's on a presentation.
Oh, yeah, it's a PowerPoint presentation.
That would definitely, probably be sent out.
And then
And
we
maybe
ever
we
get
could
the
provide-
video that they were gonna do for JC's project?
I've heard about this video.
Yeah.
That was
I
Eddie.
see the video.
That was Eddie, I don't think that went through.
Because I know he got an issue with the production.
Yeah, there was some things there, I don't think that went.
But honestly, I mean, just thinking about it, and I love this because our budget obviously is not what it was. we cannot afford as many bike,
Right.
events. This is something that is relatively lower budget that we can do on a, maybe not on a super regular basis, but something-
Once a year,
yeah.
because honestly, what happens with that,
Uh-huh.
it's what we come to learn with a bike, right, with the
Yeah.
bike rides. If there's no new wow factor,
Yeah,
it just, it dies, right? It's
Yeah.
the truth, so we gotta be realistic about that. But, once a year, at least we can start with that, and maybe have it, God knows how often. And then bring different speakers in every
Mhm.
time we have it every year, so maybe on an annual basis, we bring the community out, and maybe the event can grow. And every year we have a different, speaker.
What about we take this whole craze on food trucks and we do like food trucks at, Veterans Park once a month?
didn't we used to have.
I mean,
The
food
movies
truck
at the-
thing,
I mean,
right?
movies at the park.
That was
Movies in the
like
park are
years
like
ago.
this. If not be successful, then it.
How is that?
Well, I think if we start, we gotta start here at the chambers. Yeah, it's something where I think it's a smaller scale,
Mhm.
kind of gauge it, promote it.
Yeah,
And then if we see that it was like, oh, wow, like everybody loved it, you got the people that have social media, oh my God, it was nice to go, then maybe we can think something about taking it to the park, get the big screen, which, at that point, you're gonna need budget. But I think for where you're, trying to come through, I think if
Yeah,
we
this
do
is-
it,
It's like a little production.
Yeah.
And you have to plan it properly, because the other day I was thinking, of what events have been successful in Miami Lakes. And I started listing them to see what make them successful. And the military bike ride, I think,
It's always
is a
successful,
classic. I
yeah.
think we should keep that one. And the 4th of July and all the other.
I
events
think
that-
one was a great success was the golf cart parade.
The golf cart.
I thought that was great.
and that's a new one because it's growing, that was growing. So there's room there to continue on having those.
I think we did a good job by downsizing on the bike rides, because every time we had a bike
Yes.
ride this year, we had a greater attendance,
And definitely, I'm gonna up the budget, and I'm personally gonna be knocking on all these councilmen, and women to get a little more, because I hear that to do the whole Facebook and the whole thing, you need money
yeah.
to push it out more. It's not just the town doing a little reminder. So definitely, I have a little plan for, to bring back the bike rides.
Like I said, saying it,
Bigger.
maybe more people are saying this. When we started our committee in cultural affairs, we went to all the businesses on Main Street, we went to all the shopping centers, we handed out flyers, and we had a very successful, attendance. And this last time, I think there was one event, that we really advertised it, and we had a good turnout. Is sometimes people don't know what's going on,
Right.
unfortunately.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
but big events like the bike ride and 4th of July, and I don't know which is the other one that I had my list on.
The egg hunt,
The spring fling, that's another one.
Yeah.
Because those have been like sort of like traditional events. They used to be like the Veterans Parade, things like that brings people in. And the Veterans Parade, I think we should extend it more, because it is like 2 hours and that's on. But then we should do like something on Main Street and keep it going for the rest of the, and it's just.
Trying to get a float.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Here.
Floats.
I have ideas. Maybe we should
So
partner with them.
it's just-
and I heard that, and I heard the computer had it
Yeah.
right up here next to,
The
it's
women's
something like,
station, no, that's on her own category here.
That's
That was
the
Super Bowl party, guys.
all right, so
Okay,
Helen, you wanna take over that one? And see,
honestly, I'm happy to do that, yeah.
okay, see what we can
Which
come
one's
out.
that?
Presentation, definitely reach out to Clarice,
Yeah.
because I'm sure she has that.
Okay.
I can help you with that.
So what I have here is suggestion is we have signature events once a year, so the history tour,
Right.
movies at the chamber, that could be maybe.
Well,
done
no,
or
this,
not.
no, this is the same, right? The tour will be at the chambers, right, where you have that video. Now, what we could do is, right after the whole presentation, maybe we'll do a scavenger hunt around the site,
Got
nearby. Maybe get the kids more involved. I have no problem in, sharing that with the teams and say, hey, look, we have this event. Because it's good when you bring, for this kind of event, it's good when you bring the kids,
Yeah.
get them involved, because what adult is gonna go on a scavenger hunt?
I am, but
Yeah.
okay, we're weird.
But the truth is, it's a handful. and, you know, we gotta make sure we target a bigger
Yeah.
crowd than it had.
The
than it had.
economic development did a scavenger hunt.
How did that go?
They actually did pretty well. Yeah.
What was it on?
It was in the town, I forgot where it was at, but they did pretty well. They didn't go bad.
Yeah, so I would say, because if you're gonna be sitting here for maybe 30 minutes, right, presentation, and then now everybody just scatters out throughout the entire town, that's, in my opinion, it's gonna be a little more challenging, and we need to set ourselves, you know, for success, and I think
I
that,
think we need to focus on like what Felicia said. Let's focus on the things that worked and kind of piggyback on those things, you know, a little bit.
History Miami does a really awesome walking tour of downtown Miami, so they'll start
I've
off,
taken them.
yeah, they start off like at the museum, they walk you through the pictures,
Or
the
Gable has it
history, and then,
that's what we did here
yeah.
a few years
okay.
back, but we did it on a
On the
bus,
bus, yeah.
right, because
You
one
cover
of the
the
sites,
ground.
yeah, one of the sites had to go over to Turnpike, yeah.
Yeah, so go to
That
the,
one's- Actually, they want to bring that stone house into Miami Lakes, but it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's pretty
No,
good.
they can do it, they can do it.
I hope they, I
They
mean, that's a lot.
The Grahams are, the Grahams are the one that can. So we don't-
We'll see if they do.
by Home Depot.
By the Turnpike in Okeechobee.
Yeah.
And honestly.
What was it? They lived in it? What was it?
It was yeah, that was the dairy house.
What's his name?
Ernest?
Was born.
Yeah,
Born in
it's
there.
the dairy farm. This way.
Okay,
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I'll take-
presentation
I'll
was
take
all
over
nice,
that.
nice, so
I'll come
we
back
don't
with,
have-
so I'll bring that one back.
Ooh, hello.
Speaking of which, Rudy, whatever happened to Balance America that you were trying to get? It never,
Yeah, that was, I think that would be more along the lines for the,
effectively.
yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing. That was big. Maybe I'll look into it again. All right, the next one is HOA quarterly meetings. So what do we want the next topic to be?
Well, how about we talk about how the last one went?
What?
How the last one went?
You guys tell me. You were there to the end. I had to go to another meeting, so how was that?
Okay, well, no, because it was separate, right? There was an HOA the day before, and then we had the Florida Friendly Fertilizer.
That's right.
Yeah, they were separated.
So yes,
I didn't go to the HOA one, but I went to Florida.
I can talk about the HOA
Yes,
one.
you
I
talk
think
about
you
that.
guys did it the same. day.
No,
Right
they were 2 days.
No, the
apart.
same day.
It was the same day, I just don't think anyone showed up.
No, I remember now.
Nobody
I remember
showed
now.
up.
It's all coming back to me.
Yeah, no one showed up. We kind of waited around. I had ice cream. I remember very clearly.
Yes, now That's not the dog coming back to me
The day before, there was an NIC meeting.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mhm.
I didn't go to that, but I went to, okay,
Yeah,
no one showed up.
So,
See, that.
So, yeah, so no one
That's what
showed up
you
to
learn
that.
from, you know, what worked and what didn't work.
No one goes to those meetings.
The only time they came was with, the zoo.
The zoo guy,
I
yeah.
didn't-
Ron.
but-
We can bring him back.
Hey, bring
yeah,
Ron.
but listen, let's be realistic, right? We're not here to put up a show out.
We're
Right,
the
we-
neighborhood provision
So,
team,
right,
remember?
so what was good for what it was, right, in my opinion, I don't think we should repeat it again. Because we don't have a topic, because people don't wanna show up, right, I think we should brainstorm, you know, talk to our friends, talk to our neighbors. Hey, what's concerning, if I have a meeting, right, will you show up? I think that's more the question, right, what should we improve, or what do you feel so strong about improving in the neighborhood? That if I have a meeting, you're gonna show up, and you wanna find out more details about that.
If I'm being completely honest, for the last 10 years that I've been aware of NIC and HOA together, HOAs are not involved and don't participate. Do we want to continue even trying to loop them in?
That's a great question.
Because I'm okay with us having like something like
Maybe once a year.
A less formal contact.
uh-huh,
yeah,
or just
connection.
teams that bring people in, you know, I was surprised honestly, because I don't think there was like too much push, but I was surprised that we got a decent turnout for the Florida Friendly Fertilizer thing. Like, it was a
We
neat
actually had a
topic.
lot of green thumb people come.
We had that little kid who knew everything.
Like, do everybody, every tree, yeah.
So maybe maybe we don't focus on HOA.
On people keep for the water barrels too.
People came for the water barrels.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
missed that one. I wanted
Yeah.
one.
yeah. So I don't know. I think
I mean, what do we do like hurricane, can we get something for hurricane preparedness that people to come
We
in?
did that one year. We did that one year. We
But it was
brought,
a horrible day, it was raining, and then we were competing with, the elderly affairs that was
Yeah.
having something else. There was like, it was not well organized, because when you have two events and two committees that are almost the same, you don't do that.
So what we have,
So I-
You guys, just because you guys just touch base on that, you guys did agree maybe 1 or 2 meetings ago that you did wanna go forward with the rain barrel to bringing that back.
back.
So I had reached out to them, but the contact person, something happened, I don't know, she's out on leave, so I have to check when she's back.
Barbara McAdams?
Yeah, so I have to check when she's back, they told me to give them some time.
okay.
Yeah, because I have her email.
That is in the
I mean,
works.
it's like- She sent
And
me.
that was what, rain what?
You guys agreed for the rain barrel workshop.
Some of the feedback I did get about that, is people wanted to know more, like. I think they were interested, but like, something that wasn't mentioned was like, okay, but what can we plan in Miami Lakes? Not like, oh, this is the website where you can figure out everything. It was like, okay, yes, but we wanna know exactly what works here. So, I guess just like a feedback we can give them if they come back for that topic or whatever.
But the
Okay.
rain barrel is just a workshop.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily targeting the HOA quarterly meetings.
No, because HOA people don't have, even a yard to put it, right now. I mean, they're like a townhouse.
So that, yeah, that wouldn't, so in my opinion, I think instead of making it a quarterly thing, maybe an annual thing.
Okay.
Where we now really blow it up and people are gonna be eager to come and, and
Like
we
we do
can,
at Cellos kind of thing?
yeah. Then you're gonna show up a lot of,
Summit.
yeah,
What is the Big Choice Summit?
No.
So what are you gonna bring in that's gonna attract them to go?
Like 3 big topics. They know that it's like a Saturday and, like, this is what we're gonna talk about. Things that you care about, actually invite them.
Or maybe.
You know what,
like,
another one that worked was when we brought the
Taylor.
legal team in for the,
that was a
Yes.
good one.
yeah.
You can
That was
also
good.
include them in panels or like make them feel involved, because if you do, then they're gonna come.
That's
They're gonna tell their friends and they're gonna invite their board and be like, I'm speaking on like the issues we're seeing. So maybe if it is a summit,
Yeah.
then you involve them. That's the only way I get some people to come sometimes. It's like, would you like to speak on this topic? And one of you guys can moderate or like talk about things that we're working on.
So I think, so we can go by step. What do you think of the idea of making once a year? So instead of the HOA quarterly meeting, the HOA annual meeting,
I like that.
okay? So that's the first one. So we make a note on that one. Okay, the second one, I don't think we should have more than 3 topics. I think 3, it's good enough. Because you make this meeting too lengthy, you're gonna lose people. So I think 3,
Unless if we make it like a more
Event,
formal event, yeah, and then we actually, maybe that's what's missing, like, we need something that's a little bit more.
formalizing.
Yeah, and something that'll like have people, okay, it's not like an hour of my evening, but like, hey, this is something that's worth my time. I'm gonna wanna invest in this because it might make a difference or whatever,
Okay, so we'll put it at 3 topics.
max, yeah.
Yes, okay, so 3 topics. So we got once a year,
One of them
3
is
topics. I think right now it's a good start, okay? And what I'll do is we'll bring it back and you guys can bring ideas on what these topics
The
can be.
entire committee,
The entire committee,
okay, everyone, action items.
yes.
One is Ron.
So action items from the committee.
Timeline wise, what are you looking at? Like if it's annual, when would we want to host this?
I don't think right now we need that. I think more, let's get, these first, and then once we then we'll pick the dates.
Okay.
Like when would be the best time? Maybe go to the staff and say, hey, I don't know, I'll tell you when will probably be a good time is at the beginning of the year. The first quarter of the year, Why? Because new elected boards come in, right, sometime in December. Well, they're eager, they're new, you have them with that drive, so yeah, let's go to the meetings.
You know what we could provide for them? Services, like a panel of services that the HOAs could, it's like she was saying, lake maintenance. Oh, look, you need a lake maintenance, here's a,
Oh, no, for sure, we gotta, for sure, on Hannah's Point, we gotta make it more formal,
Yeah.
and then you start bringing these vendors,
Exactly.
right?
yeah.
Legal teams,
Legal team.
you know,
lake,
landscaping companies,
Right.
Services, CPAs.
Exactly.
These are services that the HOAs utilize.
We need to keep
Matt-
that speaker, guys.
Yeah, that way the
Management-
HOAs,
for
when
sure.
they meet somebody, they're
For
like, hey,
sure, we need to
what do
keep-
you recommend for us, you know?
Management firms, right? These are all things, and definitely a keynote speaker.
We have our three topics: landscape company, land, lake maintenance, and then management companies. There you go. You have it.
I don't know about that, but you can put, you can bring those to your next meeting. Yep, those are your three. You just got the three most important ones too, so. But no, listen, understand, it's not,
I do believe it's something we could touch on, because obviously they're not working. Those HOAs and those special tax injunctions is not working. There's room for improvement for all of them. So we could figure it out and maybe help them. I think it'd be a great idea, you know?
This might be worth bringing in town staff, as well to get their suggestion. I'll
Their
let.
complaints are, yeah.
Yeah, like anyone, I know, Rosa's not doing it, right? But someone else is in charge of the special tax district.
I think,
Yes.
Jeremy.
Well, we can get their major complaints on what they
Yeah.
are, you know?
Yeah, my concern too is, do they know all of the HOA policies that were just passed and how that's gonna affect them?
There's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Right, and so-
Disconnect on all of them.
Right.
and we tried.
We tried getting a list of all the
Remember-
HOAs. I remember, I think like 3 or 4, and it still
No,
hasn't.
I mean like laws at the state level, cause there was so
Ah.
many that were passed these last 2 to 3 years that were pushed HOA wise, and so like. It might be good to have someone, like I'm thinking.
Well, legal will probably be the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
And that was one of our best HOA meetings, where we had the legal.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember, we're going back to what we spoke about last time is HOAs are there to enforce the covenants of those areas.
Correct.
And we spoke about that time.
They're
There's
not
no
respecting the
HOA, and the
covenant.
covenants go out the window, and then that's why that lake is a mess. Because, there's nothing to enforce those covenants, that you have to keep your area clean, and you have to do this and.
I'm excited. I feel like we're moving forward.
I agree, I agree.
It's something.
Awesome. All right, so we got, that's a good start.
But if you have, if the
When
town
you-
is receiving calls
Yeah.
from people that belong to HOAs with complaints, those are the people we need to reach out.
We have a budget.
Not reach out to them, but let them reach out to us.
Get a
You
sponsor for
agree?
All right,
That we should get the list of people.
$400.
Yeah.
like Gabriel. I know
$400.
Gabriel will help us out from, Pamper Chat probably.
$400.
$400?
No, we definitely bring
That's
sponsors.
okay.
Hey, $400? You got a whole, bro, what do you want, salad, spaghetti? What do you want?
Yeah, I don't know from where, some great pizza.
No, from Pamper. I'm telling
All
you,
right, so,
$400, Gabriel will be more than happy.
It's awesome.
so I
He's awesome.
motion to rename the HOA quarterly meeting to HOA annual meeting.
Second.
Okay, well, that motion's not over. Squeeze everything in there. And, that each meeting would have no more than 3 topics for discussion.
Second.
Second.
Second by, second by Haley. You're good. So second by Helen, any additional comments or feedback? Discussions? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Okay, we'll
Wait.
get the town to help us with,
No, I think we're good for now, for what we need. And,
Yeah,
and
but the town's gonna get him some of the feedback from the complaints.
yeah,
and
we
the-
need that. That's important because that would help us with the.
so the only thing is that we are tasked for the action item that we need to come back at the next meeting with idea topics. Okay, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? All right, the ayes have it, motion passes. Moving on to next item, 8C, Mr.
Yes, so this piece of land, let me show you.
47.
Yes, 87.
Is it to the right going north?
To the right.
All right, let's, good luck.
Okay, so this piece of land,
Okay.
we've been having some issues with it.
Who maintains it? Who doesn't maintain it? Whose
The
responsibility?
town maintains it. I've asked the town, we have people put their cars up there, boats up there to try to sell. And so on. and so
They do?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
So I've actually have two town members that are willing to donate. One is willing to donate a rainbow eucalyptus tree for the center of it. And the other one is willing to donate some of the greenery to make it some kind of a park or something.
This is
Where-
the bridge, yeah?
Yeah, by the bridge, or a walking
Okay.
park where we can, avoid parking there. People putting their jet ski up there for sale.
Bowlers too.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
crazy. I've never noticed that.
Where is this again?
That's by the bridge.
By the
when you're
bridge,
entering
Northeast
Miami
corner
Lakes.
of 87.
So if you're entering
No.
Miami Lakes, is right to the left.
No.
Yeah, if you're.
From Hialeah Garden?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
if
so
you're
you're to the
entering,
left,
yeah.
yes.
So you go over the bridge?
And it's on the left.
On the left. If you're
Never seen
leaving
that.
Miami Lakes, it's to the right.
I've never seen anything there. Oh, I'm in trouble
I've
with it.
never noticed that.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
It is maintained by the town, but the town has, I tried to. ask the town to
Right
look
to the
at
phone
it,
and the babies.
But I definitely would like to, run it through the NIC, what you guys think. It'd be a beautification, green space or.
Yeah, so the town owns that parcel?
I don't, they haven't gone back to.
Part of the right of way.
That's.
The right of way, it has to be.
We do maintain, we do maintain.
So how do we find out if we own it?
Find out who owns it.
I
Oh, wait a
talked
minute.
Send it to me exact an email, and I will try.
Yeah, we need to find out who owns it and how we can
Yeah,
work around it.
yeah, I guess depending on that, I bet I'm kind of.
Tomorrow, come back with that? Awesome. So
I have an answer.
announcements?
Yeah.
So before we go there, hold on. Sounds a little, hold on. Don't scare me. I got heart problems. All right, so, yes, so I just want to make sure that I know which items we're going to bring it back. So we're bringing back from old business, A, B, and D. And from new business,
Wait a minute, wait.
Oh, I think we were.
A,
doing
Wait a minute.
B,
Seven, we're bringing back
7A, B, and C.
No, not C.
No.
C, you guys close.
No, sorry, A, B, and D.
B and D.
Yes,
A, B, and D.
okay, and then for new business, we're bringing back A, B, and C.
How about F?
No, F, no, that's no, they're gonna come back.
That's the town's now, they're responsible.
I thought.
No, but I'm sending you guys an
They
email.
have to be cohesive. then
Rudy,
with
I
all the
I
other
thought we
parts.
were just gonna send
The
the.
ball's in their court, we were overridden.
That's item B.
No, but
That was.
Yeah, I'm bringing that one back.
Okay, you're gonna bring it back?
Council
Yeah, bring that
decided to
because
go
once we send them,
different direction.
Because
once we send them the locations, we wanna make sure, see where
I'm
we are.
gonna send them my recommendations on which one they should do, but that's.
No, but we need to, like I said, we.
So what do? We wanna bring it back?
No, my concern is, yeah, we're gonna have those kind of themes, but I agree.
Her percentage is gonna match with the rest.
It has to, the artwork needs to blend.
It needs to flow.
Nice way.
But realistically, Felicia, you've been doing this a long time, as I have,
No, I know.
and we understand,
We
and
went
also
through the
know-
whole
and-
Process with.
and know where our place is. Right? So if they're not, if they're gonna send us the renderings, okay, then that's great,
No,
you know, maybe we choose,
that's
but,
what we're here for input
right,
and advice.
yeah.
Like,
so the question here
This
is,
is it and is, and then what's the sense of us?
well, the sense of us is doing in other things, but not on that one. That's the problem.
We can give
You
our
know?
recommendation, that's it.
No, and even listen, I've learned throughout
I
the
mean, we
over
can have
10 years
artists, you know,
that I've been in this committee.
Because I've seen boxes that look horrible.
I understand, Felicia, but I choose and pick my battles. Okay, and I'm just not gonna go against something that it's, the train, it's already at 120 miles. So if you wanna,
I'll
fight that bone,
I'll
then,
go there
then go for it, go for it. I'll be right there to pick your stuff. I'll be right there to pick you right off the train track. Because I've got run over the train and it's not a good feeling. So, if you want, go for it. The question now here is, do we want to bring this item back or not?
I'll bring it
You bring it back?
back. My recommendation.
So,
I mean.
And with the rendering that she will provide. Right?
Oh, listen, I'm good, Felicia, but I'm letting down some realistically on expectations.
Yeah, if we're for funding, I
Well,
don't see why we can't get funding
it's-
from Miami to Salomon.
What can I do?
Well, I guess the first
You know,
step
getting
is
in the
checking to see if they
council,
wanna do it.
Because we don't know.
Which if they
what
wanted to
the
do it, I'm
purpose
gonna
is.
have to meet up.
I know you're there, but I.
I'll send you those this week, so there's 4 of them, I know, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so we're bringing back A, B, D,
we're bringing everything back.
and F. Okay, and then we're bringing back A, B, and C.
Yes.
All right, for announcements.
Oh,
I'll go after you.
announcements. Well, okay, so one, I do wanna, I don't know if everyone here knows this, but Isabella is, one of 30, under 30 rising stars in Florida politics in the state.
Whoa.
She's in a magazine statewide, so we're very proud.
That's awesome, congrats.
Yes.
Share, why don't you share the link with, Kyle, so that way she can send it to us?
Yeah. We'll do.
Yeah,
I'll
or
send
just
that.
text it to me.
También. Other thing is, bike ride, I think it went pretty well. Felicia, you were there. We had a pretty decent turnout, autism group.
We're still early morning now.
It was really early. It was a
It
rough
was a
start to
beautiful
the
morning, but
day.
it's too early.
I do think we need a little bit more promotion, but we'll get money for that. Yes.
Have that Main Street location.
Well, that day, because of the farmer's market, the roads were closed, so we started a little bit later because people had to like figure out where they were parking and get to us.
Yeah, it was hard to get.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
That's why I asked.
Park in the back
Yeah.
of,
I had to park, the athletic club to, so like.
That far?
That's
Yeah,
where I parked,
that's why I
yeah.
tell you that I don't, that location.
So we gotta
that
park, but we
day.
gotta park this right on the parking behind quarter 57.
I don't understand if you're
That
gonna
one
do it
was
for me.
open.
If
That
you,
one was open, but
why don't you just leave from, town hall?
I
you know?
couldn't get in.
It's a long-
I was gonna be over here.
But Main Street wasn't blocked coming from the,
it was blocked.
Main Street was closed off.
It
Yeah,
was
they
blocked
closed.
on the
Closed
other
on
side
Saturday
of the
morning.
west
Yeah.
side.
It was
But
still
the-
closed, cause.
on the
of
west side
time-
too?
Yeah, because of the
Then they
time it
opened
started,
it.
it
But
was
that's
closed.
new.
On Saturdays do it.
That, well.
No, but that's new because even with the farmer's market, that was never closed. They'll close
They
the,
closed it at
the east
night.
side,
They closed it at night.
only the east side,
There
not
was
the west
also an
side.
event the next day, so I think it may have.
Oh,
something-
okay, that's,
Yeah, the cars were pure the next day.
that's what it is, because they never, ever, even
Yeah.
at nighttime, the east side, it doesn't, get- I mean, the west side doesn't get closed, only the east side.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right, cool.
I mean, the other thing, just like personal note, I don't know if you guys already talked about it, but. You know, I don't know, I woke up really sad just with the news of Bob Graham, and like, as a community, I just wanted to take a moment to like
Yeah.
mention that,
I'm gonna sign this. I
yeah.
think yeah, I had the honor of meeting him and, I mean, he's a great, humble guy. He had a lot of, titles on him, and that's what I think, we got a letter actually from the state mentioning that they say that he had a lot of honors, but to them, he was just a grandpa. They
Oh,
used to call him. I have a
Doodle.
letter.
I read it, Doodle, yeah.
Something like that.
yeah, the first time I ever volunteered in Miami Lakes was because of Bob Graham.
No, Bob Graham was, I think he was. He's gonna be missed. He was
Yeah.
one of, I mean. He put Miami Lakes on the map.
Yeah,
He and the Grains actually. We're very proud of him,
yeah.
what he
Yeah.
had accomplished in his lifetime.
Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to mention that, I feel like it was, made sense.
Of course.
And that's it, those were my two things.
Good. So, the other line item, the announcement that I'm gonna put is filling the secretary position. So I'm gonna add that to the next agenda. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 on old business and 1, 2, 3, 4 in new
He
business.
will be.
Well, at that point, these will become old business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
just,
it.
just so. we're-
All right, that's right.
Yeah.
So the new business is just as of right now, secretary.
Yes.
And then one more announcement, May 13th, we'll be hosting, the first Monday Night Football at Royal Oaks. So we'll be having it
Like
in,
Gators?
yeah, it'll be an inter-squad game, but we'll be hosting it at Royal Oaks. You know, for the community to come out, just see the game. So it'll be something fun for you guys to do.
What is this?
It's, we're gonna have an inter-squad game, Monday Night Football, May 13th.
Cool.
Who's with?
Barbara Gold.
Can you?
Oh,
send
I
us
got you.
info?
Yeah, I'll get your flyer.
My Gators is like fun.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Going
I was right with you, I'm like.
Going Gators. Awesome. You know what? I wanna ask something new from this. You know what's really popular, at least with the girlies? Hot girl walks.
Yes.
Hospital?
Hot girl walks,
It's a movement.
the movement, like,
We're not
I
hot,
think
They do.
hot girl walks.
How-
like hot?
Hot
Hot girls walk,
walks.
Hot girl walk.
Hot girl walk.
not how, hot.
Hot,
Yeah,
hot, like hot.
Okay, so hot girl walk.
I don't know what I'm talking.
I don't know what we're talking about. We just went to one a couple of
Walking
girls.
2 miles, listening to music and going with a friend.
Yes.
So it's a 2-mile walk while listening to music.
Well, the way some people do it, you like start out a business, the business usually sponsors and promotes, they give you like free swag, a ton of girls just get together, it's girl time, you walk, you empower each other, you do like 2-3 miles, and then you finish and then you go out to eat.
Walk.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's actually great, and I think, you know, I know it's like a girl movement, but it might be nice to have like a Miami Lake,
Girl walk?
I'm with it.
Our walk?
like walk.
Walk? I like it.
I
I'm
don't
with
know,
it. I'm with
yeah.
it.
We all walk and then we end up at some restaurant.
Yeah,
I'm with
it's
it.
just nice, like, I know we
Uh-huh.
do the bike rides, but like, we could just walk, like.
Walk, we talk to each other.
Yeah, okay,
Alright,
okay.
so
It's hot.
any other announcements?
I'll walk.
I'll walk.
Any other announcements?
I'm doing a cleanup this Sunday, for Earth Day, so if anyone wants to join, it is. Wait, what's going on Sunday?
No, she says where?
Where?
Oh, it's at Historic Virginia Key Beach Park. It is, actually, I have liquor sponsors, I have vegan food sponsors.
What did you start with the liquor sponsor? Can you send all the information so she can
Yes.
disseminate?
I will send, from 10 to 1, it should be a really fun time, and there's gonna be art, so you can bring kiddos, family-friendly event, party with a purpose. Yeah,
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. great. You guys.
That's a good topic. All right, any other announcements? No? All right, motion to adjourn, 10:07 PM,
Second.
second by Helen. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? All right, you guys have it. Thank you so much. Great meeting.